This is Flagler Credit Union Stadium in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida. It's the Army Black Knights and the Florida Atlantic Owls. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe will be keeping an eye on things on the sideline. And the Black Knights ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Florida Atlantic's offense will go to work first. And David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
100%. They are going...
Wide open, he makes the catch. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. So that'll cost them a down, 2nd and long after the illegal forward pass. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
A designed run for the quarterback. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The option look. Pulls it again on the option. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. On the option. Keeps it himself. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Off-play action on 1st down. Forced out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off-play action. Pressure coming. Still looking for a man. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's knocked down, short gain. Maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Pucks it out of the air. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. Florida Atlantic has the offense humming. Quick release on the RPO. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That last completion left them just inches short. Now will they take a shot on 2nd down? back to pass. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Well, if you're the offense, second and short, you're trying to take a shot thinking if you don't get it, you'll just run. But the good news is you didn't lose that many yards. So still third and very manageable. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pocket breaking down. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look, thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Pulls it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here comes the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. On target. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. The Owls can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage.
Upstairs to make the catch. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. First play of the period, first down here. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Right back to the well. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
Blue 22, blue 22. Go, go.
A first down run in the red zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough. After getting nothing on the last snap, let's see if they try to run it in on 3rd and goal from the 1. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had him, and it's 4th down. They want to throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Got a little grass. Smashes through the tackle. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line as the huge play has has this offense rolling. Just when you think this offense had its back against the wall, suddenly they're across midfield with a 1st and 10. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Army! Once he got some room, it was over. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He wants to throw it. And it's caught, and they have an 8-0 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Rushes on him. He'll pull it down and run. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. The give on the option. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Throws to the tight end. What a catch. Just beat the defender.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive. And you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. On the run, fires downfield. On target over the middle. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Keeps it on the option. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Under fire. A big stop from this defense as they force a 4th down, and a decision coming right now. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Timeout called by the offense, and maybe an opportunity to run a couple of plays to put up points before the break. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. And with time running out in the first half, they'll take the knee, content with the lead they have, and head to halftime. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio update. Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple in 2nd and 8. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Got out of trouble and throws. Hauls it in. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. And the Black Knights come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. It's complete on the right side. Turning it on. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. They just keep firing. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. And the Black Knights are marching down the field. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here. On the move. Slides, avoids the punishment, and picks up the 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The Black Knights are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll run the option. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Touchdown, Black Knights! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3. And the Owls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. He's got his man. Breaks into the open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Looking for a big play. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time on target. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. And the Owls go back to work after moving the chains through the air. With the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Owls!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the move from inside his 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. But see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Runs through a tackle. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Sticks it in his belly. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. And the Black Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. And back to the air on 2nd down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Now this offense is back on the field. On the option. Now the pitch. Got enough for the 1st. At the 45 on his way. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Army! Excellent pass by the back on the option. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the 4th.
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Give to the fullback. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
One thing you know with this guy, at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football. And I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
Here we go. Ready. 180. Go.
Now on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? It'll be 3rd and long. Goes to the option. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. The Black Knights send out the punt unit. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the right. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Going to try to get it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll throw it from the red zone. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So it really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Gives it on the option. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Rides to the back. running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
This is as big a play as we've had in this game. 3rd down and 3. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback extends the play. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Quickly working the sideline and getting out of bounds after a pickup of 18.
Fourth quarter, obviously trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the fourth quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. He goes right back to the air. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Oh, they're after him. And it's a sack. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I just never saw this team falling into